JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, robber drops gun, flees with money after being shot. A Taurus 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 11 rounds of ammunition was handed over to the police after a botched robbery in Lincoln District, Mandeville, Manchester yesterday. Police say that about 9:15 p.m., a man was in his yard when a man armed with a firearm approached and robbed him of cash amounting to $100,000. However, a licensed firearm holder in the vicinity intervened and reportedly shot the robber, who ran, leaving the illegal weapon behind. The complainant was unhurt. The police were alerted and the illegal firearm and ammunition handed over to them. Man arrested after stolen laptops and phones found on premises. The police say they've arrested a man and recovered several stolen laptops and cell phones following an operation on Bradley Avenue in Kingston 10. According to the police, about 8 a.m. last Thursday, a team of officers carried out a targeted operation during which the stolen items were seized. The police said the accused man, who was at the premises, was charged after 2 MacBook Pros were identified by 2 complainants whose houses were broken into and their property stolen. He was not identified. As investigations continue, the police are advising members of the public who had electronic items stolen in the St. Andrew Central area recently to call the Halfway Tree Police Station at 876-926-8185. Man charged with murder after intervening in couple's dispute. 37-year-old Damian Dixon, otherwise called Twitch, was yesterday charged with the 2016 murder of a man after he intervened during a couple's domestic dispute in Bull Bay, St. Andrew. That is 45-year-old Brenton Lawrence of the community. According to the police, on May 12, 2016, about 9:30 p.m., Lawrence and a woman had a dispute when Dixie intervened and used a stick to stab Lawrence in the chest. Lawrence was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Man shoots at cops, escapes in St. Catherine. The St. Catherine police seized a .38 revolver containing rounds of ammunition during an operation in Chinatown, Central Village in St. Catherine yesterday. No one was arrested in relation to this seizure. According to the police, about 5:30 p.m., officers were in the area when they saw a man whose actions aroused their suspicion. The man reportedly fired shots at the approaching police team, which returned fire. The police said the gunman ran, and during a search of the area, the illegal firearm with ammunition was seen on the ground. The youngest gang member I've ever seen is 13 years old, said Dr. Herbert Gale. Boys, as young as 8 years old, are reportedly joining criminal gangs that are constantly recruiting youngsters to do its bidding. According to social scientist Dr. Herbert Gale, the young boys are involved in hiding guns and playing the role of spotters. 8 is generally where gang violence starts, where gang membership starts. A lot of people don't know. I have met a number of 8-year-olds that said they want to be like the youth there, or want to be a part of the group there, Gale said. The researcher, who lectures anthropology at the University of the West Indies, Mona, was reacting to a revelation from the police in the St. Catherine North Police Division that a boy, 16, who was arrested last week, is believed to be leader of the Bedbug gang. He said that he was not surprised by the allegations from the police. In terms of gang leaders, the youngest I've seen is 13, and as it relates to a gang member, it's 8, Gale said. The researcher said that a lot of the youngsters who get into criminality are like second-generation gangsters, adding that they come from a family of crime and violence already. 25% of the children of gunmen are going to be gunmen, and this is not only in Jamaica. We have done this study in Trinidad and Belize, Gale said. As deadly as that profession is, a quarter of the sons are still going to follow the same path. One of the top 3 reasons a person becomes a criminal is because he has a criminal in his family that he admires. So separate from food and trauma, the next thing in line is being the descendant of a criminal. Gale warned that a society that lacks proper family values and does not provide hope for its citizens will continue to suffer from criminality. He said criminality will persist in Jamaica if nothing is done to ensure a more efficient family structure and the implementation of stronger, prolonged social programs. You're not going to find a youth involved in crime who have a stable family. Out of the 207 repeated killers I have studied, we have only 3 of them, Belize and Jamaica, coming from a stable family, and that can be discussed as mental health or undiagnosed mental health issues or biological issues beyond our research, Gale said. No one will be turned away amid hospital crunch, says Tufton. Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Christopher Tufton, says despite the crunch currently facing some hospitals, no one will be turned away. He made the declaration at a press conference this afternoon where he revealed that several hospitals across Jamaica are facing capacity issues amid rising cases of COVID-19 and hospitalizations. Tufton says administrators should ensure that persons are properly triaged to determine the state of their health and render the necessary help. Further, regional health authorities and by extension hospitals have been asked to put in place temporary arrangements, whether that be tents and chairs, to ensure that all persons are assessed and that normal protocols are followed. At the same time, the Health and Wellness Minister is encouraging persons who do not need to go to the hospital at this time not to do so. Instead, persons are being encouraged to utilize services at health centers, especially for non-emergency cases. Charge against St. Elizabeth man upgraded from dangerous driving to manslaughter. A man who appeared in the St. Elizabeth Parish Court on a charge of dangerous driving had the charge upgraded to manslaughter on Monday. Bartley Thompson, 67 years old, was offered bail in the sum of $400,000. He is scheduled to return to court on April 12 as the case file is incomplete. Thompson is charged in relation to the death of 12-year-old Zachary Powell. According to the police, Thompson was driving his Nissan Frontier along the E3 road in Braes River on January 2 when he attempted to overtake a car and hit Zachary, who was riding his bicycle. Justice Ministry to sign contract for St. Anne Family Court. The Ministry of Justice will tomorrow sign a contract for works to begin on the construction of the St. Anne Family Court. The signing, which is scheduled to begin at 11 a.m., will commit approximately $90 million to rehabilitation works for the establishment of a family court facility comprising courtrooms, judges' chambers, office spaces, restroom, and welfare facilities. The ministry said the facility will also have child-friendly waiting and holding areas, access staircase, and associated external works. 6 more dead from COVID in Jamaica. Death toll passes 400. More than 400 people have now died from COVID-19 in Jamaica, with the island recording 6 more casualties as a result of the respiratory illness on Monday. The latest recorded coronavirus deaths include an 88-year-old female from St. Elizabeth, a 67-year-old female from St. Anne, a 63-year-old male from St. James, a 73-year-old male from Kingston and St. Andrew, an 81-year-old male from Trelawney, and a 63-year-old male also from Trelawney, whose death was previously under investigation. The casualties bring the overall coronavirus death toll in Jamaica to 405. There were, however, 3 other deaths involving COVID-19 patients that are under investigation and another classified as coincidental. In the meantime, the country recorded 147 new COVID-19 cases from 582 samples and 58 recoveries on the day. The 147 newly confirmed COVID-19 cases bring the total number of cases on record for the island to 21,826, while the 48 recoveries mean that 13,046 persons have now recovered from the virus in Jamaica. Of the newly confirmed cases, 87 are females and 60 are males, with ages ranging from 9 days to 87 years. The cases were recorded in Kingston and St. Andrew 36, Manchester 22, Trelawney 18, St. Anne 17, St. Elizabeth 16, Clarendon 11, St. Thomas 11, St. James 10, St. Catherine 3, St. Mary 2, and Hanover 1. There are 33 moderately ill patients and 18 critically ill patients among the 8,163 active cases now under observation in Jamaica. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.